Is it over? Is January finally over? Oh, thank God. Alright, well, January 2023 is finally over, which means I got a bunch of movies and stuff, so let's just get right into it. So as far as new release Blu-rays are concerned, there weren't a whole lot in January, but I did pick up 2, so it's better than nothing. First one here is Black Adam in 4K. Warner Brothers was actually kind enough to send me an early copy for review, and yeah, you know, I liked this movie, didn't love it. It's definitely not top tier DCEU, and well, the DCEU is about to be non-existent pretty soon here. And the only other newer release I picked up was Terrifier 2 with the really cool Walmart exclusive steelbook. Now, unfortunately, I didn't have the pleasure of seeing the movie in the theater like a lot of people did. I heard people were like having heart attacks and stuff in the theater, which would have been kind of cool to experience. Not for me, but you know. But yeah, I really enjoyed this movie. I saw the first one like right before 2 came out, and these are some really well-made slasher movies, but they are significantly more gruesome than I was anticipating, so if you got a strong stomach, definitely check these out. But before we do get on to the rest of the Blu-rays and some of the cool Funko Pops and stuff, you might have noticed that the background is quite a bit different than last time you saw it. Well, that's because I figured, hey, new year, might as well refresh the space a little bit. It's a lot more open, a little more exciting and stuff. It's also why I kind of took most of January off to work on this, so there's that for you. And also the biggest thing is I want to thank everybody for helping the channel reach 1,000 subscribers. That just happened a couple of weeks ago, so again, thank you guys so much for helping me reach that milestone. And yeah, I can't wait to see where things go from there. But let's get back to the Blu-rays. So of course I naturally did pick up quite a few extracurricular Blu-rays from thrift stores or what have you. So the first one I picked up here is the Velocipaster. This is quite unironically one of the best movies ever made. I got this off Amazon, and I've seen it a handful of times, but it's just one of those movies that's so ridiculous and low budget, but it just works so incredibly well. I mean, it's a really ridiculous concept about a, you know, pastor that turns into a dinosaur and starts fighting crime. There's ninjas and stuff, but it is just such a well-made movie too. I mean, if you haven't seen it, do something about that because it's incredible. Plus, we're getting a sequel pretty soon. Then on top of that, also picked up Brother Bear 1 and 2. Got this at Goodwill. It's completely sealed up. That's part of why I got it. Because, you know, a few Disney movies in the collection never hurt anything, and never seen Brother Bear 2, but I saw the first one a long time ago when it was brand new. Also got Slumdog Millionaire, a movie that I've heard about, you know, most of my life, but never got to see it, so now that I have a physical copy, I might finally do that. Also picked up Romancing the Stone, a Robert Zemeckis effort. This is the one he made right before Back to the Future, and I've heard really good things about it. Then we got some cool classic movies in here, not that those aren't classics, but still. Also picked up Spartacus. I'm Spartacus. No, I am Spartacus. Anyway, also picked up How the West Was Won with this super cool digibook. Yeah, you never know what kind of Blu-rays and stuff you can find at your local Goodwill, because sometimes they got some really good stuff in there. And also picked up Warrior. I've heard so many overwhelmingly good things about this movie, so I'm like, okay, cool. Found a hard copy, so I will be more inclined to finally watch it. Let's see, also got Commando, one of the few 80s Arnold Schwarzenegger movies I haven't seen yet. Also picked up There Will Be Blood, another one of those movies I've meant to see for a long time, just never got around to doing it, so now that I've got it for a couple of dollars, maybe I finally will. Maybe, eventually. I don't know. Let's see, then got Manchester by the Sea, as well as Swiss Army Man with Daniel Radcliffe and Paul Dano. You know, two actors I enjoy very much, and I've wanted to see this again for a long time. That's a good thing about a lot of the movies I picked up in January, is that there are a lot of them that I really wanted to see for so long, but never got around to doing it. So now, hopefully I will. Then also got this movie called Tiny Cinema. I've never heard of it before. Looks like a interesting independent film, so you gotta support those whenever you can. And the last Blu-ray that I picked up is Zodiac, a movie that I actually have seen before, and I really like it. and when really wanting to get a copy of it, and finally saw it at Goodwill for, what was it, $5? So I'm like, hell yeah. I really like the artwork for this one, how it's, you know, designed to look like a letter from the movie, and looks like there's a lot of bonus content on there too, which I like very, very much. But if you guys have made it this far throughout the video and you got some cool stuff as well, go ahead and comment down below what cool movies and Blu-rays, whatever you might have picked up. Let's just, talk about our yields, how about that? And now we get into the Funko Pops, which there are quite a few more this month than usual, but part of that is because I didn't do a December Blu-ray haul video because I, just didn't have time to do it, so there's a few from that month, a few from this month, but yeah, so I guess we'll just start with like the really, really cool ones. So, as you guys may know, there's a bunch of new Spider-Man No Way Home Pops that just came out, and there were 4 that I absolutely had to get my hands on, starting with, of course, Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. This is one of my new favorite Funko Pops. Of course, I grew up with the Raimi films, so Tobey has always been Spider-Man to me, so finally getting him in Funko Pop form is super cool, but can't just stop at Tobey Maguire. Also had to get Andrew Garfield's Amazing Spider-Man in there too. It's just really nice to finally have almost all the live-action Spider-Man in Funko Pop form. Ironically enough, I don't have a Tom Holland Pop, so I'm gonna have to change that at some point. But yeah, this one was also incredibly cool. It's the Green Goblin. This is the box lunch exclusive. It's the only one where you can get, his regular classic suit with the mask and everything. And this one is just so freaking cool. The helmet looks, a little strange in Funko Pop form, I will admit, but this is just one of the coolest Pops I own now. Just really unique looking. But of course, with all the Spider-Man Pops, can't have those without also having Doc Ock. Of course, he came from Spider-Man 2, Alfred Molina, and this one looks really cool as well, so it's cool. This is like a lot of nostalgia Pops in there, but some new ones, and yeah, I'm glad to finally have them. So, going away from the Spider-Man Pops for a moment, also picked up Bartman from The Simpsons. Just got this one a couple of days ago. And fun fact, I have an aunt that actually used to be an animator on The Simpsons, and I believe she used to draw Bartman quite a bit, so that's kind of a cool one to have in the collection. And I also got 2 more Batman Pops, because I probably have more Batman Pops than anything else. How many Batman Pops do I need? I don't know, stop judging me. But I got this really cool comic book style Batman. They did the whole Justice League as well with this, very cool shaded comic book paint job to it. I really like the way this one turned out, how it's got the black suit and everything. And they also have, like I said, the rest of the Justice League, Superman, Wonder Woman, Flash. The Superman, the Flash, and the Wonder Woman one, I might have to get those at some point, but I had to start with Batman. If I can't get that one, then there's no point in getting the rest of them, Alright, so we also get to the final Funko Pop of the evening, which is another Batman, but it's one I've been wanting for a really long time now, and that would be the Adam West Batman. I've been trying to get all the live-action Batmen in Funko Pop form. I'm still missing a couple of them, but I got one more now with Adam West. I love the way this one looks. It's one of the older designed Funko Pops, which I'm not crazy about typically, but I really like the way this one looks, and just, the color scheme and everything, and I have a real soft spot for Adam West Batman. I grew up watching the movie and the show and stuff a little bit, so yeah. Glad to finally have him in the collection. But that's my complete haul for January 2023. If you want to see another video from me, you can check that out right over here. Otherwise, subscribe if you live talking buy movies, and we'll see you on the Brockopp side.